Our mission is simple. Win baseball games. The actual execution? Who knows? All right, folks, welcome back in. It's 33 games. We kind of discussed at the end of last episode what these guys are doing or not doing. We do have Tristan Costas back, but it was an awful August where after July making some moves, thinking that we shored everything up, we end up going 8-18, I believe we counted last time, and went from a 10-game over 500 team to clearly right around 500 after that. We need to make the playoffs. I mean, coming off of a World Series win, we do miss a couple key guys, but for the most part, the offense is pretty much the same. I don't know. It's been disappointing. But anyway, we have, again, the Yankees and Tampa Bay right on our heels. Baltimore basically all but shored up the American League East. They just have to, if they have a month like we had, I think they're still good. But anyway, let's just jump right into it. We'll see some moments. We'll have some games. And let's see where we end up here. If you're excited, make sure we leave a like and smash the subscribe button. Did I say smash the subscribe button? Oh, I'm such a loser. Right now, make a prediction. Do we make the playoffs, yes or no? We'll be checking in after every series, whether we play games or all of them get simmed. As of right now, we'll probably be playing a game against the Yankees and then a game against Tampa Bay. And then we'll see if what other moments pop up here. Let's do it. Can we do it? You let us know in the comments below. Crochet, Bayo, Stone, Thorpe, and Hayashi. Can they clutch up and help us win into this postseason? Will our bullpen actually shore itself back up? Who knows? We'll see you in gameplay. Alrighty, let's go. Show on the road. Let's see if we can save our season. First off, we are taking on the Toronto Blue Jays here. And again, abysmal August. And we've been hammering into the ground for the last couple episodes. But it's just been bad. It's 2011 Red Sox September levels bad, where we had basically at the minimum a wild card locked up. And now we're kind of fighting for our lives. And Jaron Duran did not hear no damn bell. He goes over center field and picks up the RBI single. And again, with his legs, that quickly can become a double if given the opportunity. But we do tie this ball game up, and we have at least a chance to take the lead here and fight another inning or so. Duran, he gone. See you later. Thanks for playing. Appreciate it. By the time the ball even gets second base, he is already sliding in there safely. 25th stolen bag of the season. Has gotten a little bit better as the year has progressed. 3-2 count for Bregman. He will swing and miss at a nasty slider by Yency Almonte, and that will be a strikeout. First out of the inning. They will intentionally walk Rafael Devers. He goes to first base and 0 for 4, and they just, obviously have seen Devers kill them plenty of times before. They're not going to take any chances regardless of what he's been doing today. And they'll bring in James Karinchak to face off against Tristan Costas. Karinchak has been awesome this year. No one is batting well against him. He's a wild card guy. It's either all good or all bad, and this year he's been all good, but does walk Costas. So bases loaded, 2 down. And here's Ashton Fuqua, who's a contact machine, just something on the ground. Got the knuckle curve high, got the mistake pitch, just didn't put it in the right spot, and that's really all to say about it, is just missed it. Will Wagner with 2 outs in the 9th, swings and misses. Garrett Whitlock locks things down, and we head into extra innings against Toronto. Again, every game is very important, and we can't take that for granted. In the 10th inning, Weston Wilson out there hitting this time. This with James Karinchak still out there, and he just blows the heater by him. 2 down in the inning, then 0-2 count. Marcelo Meyer trying to come through. Hits this ball hard, hits it deep, going back is the center fielder. Kramer leaps, it's gone. Marcelo Meyer down to our last strike in the 10th. He puts it over the wall and gives up gives us a 2-run lead. Not a bad pitch either. It was a knuckle curve that hit the low part of the zone, and Marcelo Meyer just muscles it out there. 407 feet later. See ya, ball. Thanks for coming. Then Ceddanne Rafaela gets a slider, but just behind it a bit. Will pop this one out. And the Red Sox have life. They go into the bottom of the 10th inning up 2. And a good chance now statistically to win this ball game. Ty France, Kramer, and Barger up. Felix Bautista out. See that ERA now up, almost doubled since the last time we saw him. Just signed that deal to be our closer next year as well. And first pitch gives up a rocket to Ty France, who doesn't quite tie this ball game up, but does drive in the run. Now all of a sudden, runner on second base, no out in the 10th, with some big boppers coming up. Bautista really needs to hunker down. It's been very, very upsetting seeing what he's done in helping with this collapse. But doesn't help when the umpire fucking sucks. That's a strike any day of the week. And now it's 2 on, no out. Addison Barger is going to pop up. Duran will track it down. No advancement by either runners. Too shallow. Finally, 1 down. Ground ball gets us out of this one. Davis Schneider, you going to give us this ground ball? He won't. This one to the track, looking up and staying in. I know it's not too suspenseful. You can see the ball marker. You know that wasn't going out. But does keep the runners from advancing again. Now 1 out away. Just 1 out away. Big fella gets it. 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Gets the out we most desperately needed. And we are moving on. We are seeing where we are in the standings after that. And a big win against Toronto here to, again, try to keep our season alive. Tie this series up 1-1. So Toronto series went. Not a great showing. We went 1-2. Obviously, big Marcelo Meyer home run here on the Saturday game. But now we head over to back home to Fenway for 6, Vegas and New York. Now taking on the Athletics. House is full. 2 outs. Trying to get out of this one. AJ Puck is going to be asked to do just that. Again, up by 2. It's Lawrence Butler at the plate. 3 for 10 and a home run with this. Wally, get the crowd pumped, my friend. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Lawrence Butler goes down. We keep the bases stranded. Or keep them loaded, keep the runner stranded, and we keep this 2-run lead intact very, very beautifully. Later on in the game, it's the top of the 9th inning, and Felix Bautista with 2 runners on quickly eliminates 2 outs right there. And now it's the runner on third base with 2 gone with a beautiful double play led by Christian Campbell here. Picks it, flicks it. Meyer just beautifully done. That middle infield defense has improved steadily. And then Bautista 101 on the gun past Jacob Wilson. And keeps us, again, winning games. So another big crucial win right there. We'll see how we do coming up. Again, it's just we really got to keep our P's and Q's about us. We sweep the Athletics exactly what we need as we head into this game against the New York Yankees. They're trailing us. And originally it was this Baltimore series. Like, the only games that will matter are these games against Baltimore. Now it's like every game matters. They are a game behind us. Need to win this one. And we're looking for the rubber match here as we are wearing the Sunday yellows here at Fenway Park. Max Fried on the bump. We've seen him, seems like 60 times over the last 2 years or so. But yeah, big opportunity for us to pick up a win, a much-needed win, and kind of keep our distance from these teams in the wild card race. It's Drew Thorpe. Seems like the last few few episodes. It's just been Drew Thorpe. He's the shiny new toy. Want to use him. 18 strikeout percentage. All 66 strikeouts have come since coming to Boston, and what we've seen on screen. It seems like he averages like 9 strikeouts per game when we play with him. And a 1-2-3 inning mistake pitch there. But it's only a mistake pitch if they make it a mistake pitch. Vlad Guerrero did not make it a mistake pitch. So we get out of the inning. Also, I don't know if you can hear my fan. I do have a fan on. If you can't hear my fan, then I just outed myself. But if you can hear the fan, I'm sorry about the fan. Max Fried. 2.27 ERA. This guy's an absolute punk, dude. Imagine if he signed with the Red Sox in real life and we had Max Fried and Garrett Crochet and the team and we were a lot better. That'd been nice. That'd have been cool. That'd have been Walker Buehler's fun. I guess. Swing and a miss. Darren Duran starts his day with a strikeout. And can't have days like this. Can't have outings where you're swinging at everything and the offense isn't getting anything going. Get blessed with a hit by pitch. Weston Wilson on first. Tristan Costas other way, and that will be jammed, and that'll be caught. So we get a runner, but nothing to show for it. All right. Yankee, ball in your court. Top 2. Brandon Lau goes the other way with a double. This will go right down the line. Had the shift on. Duran speedy enough to track it all the way down. And in there safely trotting up is Brandon Lau. And I called him Low earlier. I know he's Lau. And then there was Nate Lowe and Josh Lowe they have on their team. There was like 4 Lows. Laus, Luaus. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Orlando Cabrera. He can't. Again, it's only a mistake pitch if they make it one. Able to keep this ball in the yard. So mistake pitch it was not. And Drew Thorpe, no runs given up through 2. Did give up that extra base hit, but nothing to show for it. Volpe, slider, outside part of the strike zone. Paint. See ya later, buddy. As through another inning unscathed is Thorpe. But as you see, we're seeing a lot of Drew Thorpe and not a whole lot of the offense. Gets another strikeout. All fine and dandy. Want hits. Want runs. Extra base hits. Home runs. Swing and strikeout of Guerrero. That's awesome. Are we going to see Judge strike out? 0-2 count. You bet your sweet dippy we are. 3 straight strikeouts. Great job. Great job. Great job by Drew Thorpe. But can the offense help out? Can they come through and really help out their boy? Only time will tell. For Devers, opposite field. Is it going to clank off the monster? Well, I don't think it will, but no one's there. So it will drop harmlessly. He will be at second base, standing the hell up. Good job by Devers and company. And we have Castro. That was juicy. That would have been beautiful, but alas, nothing to show for it. And we go into the end of the inning. Here's how both pitchers have fared. They've both been awesome. They've both been great. And just as we say that, Dominguez goes the other way for a double. Dominguez has been great for the Yankees on and off. He's gotten some good development. He's been okay. And then we're going to get Austin Wells to ground out to us at the end of the inning. Nothing much offensively happening. It's been a kind of slow game for both teams' offenses. Bregman goes up the middle and leads us off with a base hit. Not our first base hit. We did see Devers get one last inning. I think that Devers base hit was the first base hit. I'm probably mistaken. I lie a lot. Whatever. Runner on first base. It's Roman Anthony. He goes the other way. This is going to slice away from the left fielder. That's going to bang up against the out-of-town or the AL East standings. And good throw in third base. Bregman just ahead of the tag. And a double by Roman Anthony. Okay, 31st double of his season, which is great to see. Going the other way with the Max Fried pitch, getting a double off a really good lefty. You love to see that. But with 2 down, Jarren Duran Smokes a curveball, heading towards the pole. Judge back in, makes the catch. Can't lay it down the line and can't hit it far enough to just squeak over the pole. Timed it up well, but just didn't get all of it, and we stay scoreless. Vlad Jr. through the left side in the 7th inning. Drew Thorpe rolling. Is it enough, though? Is it going to be enough? Aaron Judge, it's not enough. That one smoked to center field. And again, I was contemplating showing we were going slider away, slider away, slider away, sweeper down. I was like, let's test him. We've seen like 6 straight breaking pitches low and away. Let's test him with a fastball high and in. And we just missed. He didn't. And that's a mistake pitch. That's the mistake pitch. Brandon Lau, that's the mistake pitch. The circle change or the curveball, whatever, left right over the zone that's put into the flagpole, that's the mistake pitch. We've gone away with a couple of them, and we're not getting away with them late in this game. Is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to say. I don't. All right, so it is 3-0 Yankees. Austin Wells hits this one a hell of a way towards left or the bullpen and right field, and Roman Anthony to his right make the catch. So a couple of long balls for the Bronx Bombers, and now we're down by 3 all of a sudden. Here's kind of a recap of all the stuff that has happened. We have mustered together just 3 hits on the day. Bregman looking for his second, and will he get it? Hit it hard, and this looks like it's going to split the outfielders and get down. It will pop up over the bullpen and will be an automatic double, the 28th of Alex Bregman's season. So Bregman's come to play. Everyone else very much uninterested it seems, as that is going to chase Max Fried out of the ball game and bring in Trevor Stephan. We've been able to get to the Yankees bullpen over the course of this series. A few times we've lit them up and really made it hard for them to do anything really of anything. Ashton Fuqua. Can we continue that story? We can. This will die in front of the center fielder, Jones. Run is going to come across and be thrown out. We were aggressive. We kind of had to be with the way the offense has been. Fuqua picks up the hit, but the throw up the line enough. Bregman slow enough where it kind of entered his path. Don't know how the hell Roman Anthony missed that. I think I timed it up good. Just whiffed. And stuff. Now still a 3-run lead as Castro has been at shortstop all day. Throws on. Now we have the 9th inning to make a comeback. And if we can't do it off Drew Rasmussen, who we tried to make a Red Sox until we didn't. We wanted him to be a Red Sox until we decided to go other avenues. Devers, out 1. Casas, up the middle. Volpe, out 2. Jordan Walker, 0-1 count. Fisted, opposite field, out 3. That's tough. Yankees win. That's always tough, but then we lose our lead over them, plain and simple. And not great. They win the series. Offense can't really do shit. Is what it is. Top 9 against Tampa Bay here at home. Tampa Bay fell off a little bit. They came in, but we kind of looked at their schedule and knew they were playing some really, really, really good teams, and they've kind of dropped out of the contention, but still got the teams that are out of it, they're still scrappy. They're still fighting, especially the players who don't have supers, locked-in roles. They're still fighting for their major league lives and for their life with Tampa Bay or with somebody else, and they're going to come out firing, so we're going to have to come out firing as well. David Hamilton, former friend, can you help us out, big guy? You can. All right. Fastball middle. He missed it. And here we go. Pick up that win against the Rays is what I was trying to say. Good job, Cody. Good job, Cody. And we move on. Can we, again, just survive the season, lead this series 2-0? We've had a quick little show in, but let's see. So, big series sweep against Tampa Bay. Baltimore is up next with 101 wins already. These games are going to be extremely important. And we do get Tarek Skubal against Garrett Crochet. We got Cade Povich, who's good, and Kyle Bradish, who's been good. So, checking in on the wild card standings. Texas, Minnesota, New York, with Kansas City and us. Go game by game and kind of check this out. Jump it in. Let's just jump right into this. Let's do this one live. Why not? Let's test things out. Let's do a little live comm on this. Need this win, obviously, very badly. Michael Kopech against William Contreras on the ground, and that is foul. Let's see if we can maybe get some better defense out there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We are going to take Jordan Walker. And we'll at least put Cello out there. We'll do that just for some defensive purposes. Cutter. Swung on and belted. And fastball up top. Red Sox win. We take game number 1 and needed that desperately. And put the Elgato back on. That was probably very awkward, not hearing anything. But yeah, got the win in game 1. All right. We need a win, basically win out. That's the only kind of way. And even if we do that, we're not guaranteed. We do need some help. But we do pick up a win in game 1 in this series. All right, a little live action there. Cool. Did you like it? Let me know in the comments below if you made it this far. If you have, thank you. Subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff. Series still going strong here a few months after launch, and I appreciate every single one of you. Daniel Lowe here as the tie ball game in the 9th inning. Beautiful pitch by Kopech makes Lowe look silly, like he never picked up a baseball bat before. This is the guy that hit 300. Not right now. See ya. Bye. And then 1-0 count to William Contreras on the ground. Bregman playing second base. Meyer throws over to first base. And that will do it for the inning. So we keep the Baltimore Orioles off the scoreboard. We just looked in. Incredibly important series. We need this. We need this desperately. And we really need to show up and show out here. There's no other way to talk about it. There's no other options for us. Roman Anthony 0 for 3 on the day, but does have success against Jeff Hoffman for a reason. Roman Anthony loves to see a Jeff Hoffman coming. He really do. And he is on first base with a roped single. Look at this thing. Just bink. Bye. See ya. 100+ miles per hour. Alex Bregman goes chasing down low, but does get away from Contreras. And moves what's his face up to second base. Roman Anthony, Jordan Walker, could you be my hero, babe? Nope, can't. Cut the track. Extra innings with our season on the line. A loss basically kills us, so let's just not do that. Gunnar Anderson strikeout. Love to see that. That's good. Brock Burke is in for this pocket of lefties. Jake Bowers, grounder to Meyer. Meyer first. Great job. Keep the Orioles off the board. You big love to see it. Baltimore Orioles trying to win this one against the O's. Kevin Ginkel, one of the funnier names in the history of names. Going to blow a fastball right by Connor Wong, unfortunately. And he strikes out. Then it's Ceddanne Rafaela, 1 for 3 with a single. There's a famous Coley Mick tweet. Ceddanne Rafaela, super uninterested in getting hits. They don't need him. If they need a hit, he's going to come through with a hit. Almost, like if that just caught the wall, game over. But just hit too high in the air and not too out towards left field for that to matter. Unfortunately, we keep him stranded there. Marcel Meyer, 212 batting average. Hits this one high. Hits this one deep. 101 off the bat and right in front of the bleacher bar. And that will be out. That is a travesty. Both those last at-bats, ball was hit well. We did what we needed to do, but unfortunately just couldn't do what needed to be done. Dylan Carlson in with the lefty still out there. Brock Burke, our bullpen's depleted. Our pitching staff needs so much help. And Burke still out there. Justin Foscue hits lefties well. That was my foreshadowing. Backbreaker. Backbreaker. That one hurt. That one hurt. Foscue goes to left field over the monster. Hit well. Again, hits lefties exceptionally well. And it just felt like we lost our season. Colton Cowser into right field. That's probably going to be the day for Brock Burke. And just somber. We're going to put in Bautista. Why wasn't Bautista in with Foscue in if we were warming up anyway? No, he's tired. Everyone's tired. We need our best pitchers out there to win. It does get us out of the inning, but we're down by 2 now. You're down by 2 now and need a big performance from our offense, really. It's what it is. Duran against Cano? Okay. I mean, a 4-year-old would have let that one go. But I am not 4. I'm worse than that. 26. It's awful. Juan Yepez, sinker inside, out. And now down to our last out. Not of the season, technically, but pretty much. Do have Devers on, though, against a righty. This could be tie ball game at any moment. Swings outside the zone. O's win. I cry. I think we just missed the playoffs. With that loss, even though it was still an outside shot, we are officially eliminated from the playoffs. 83-78. What a collapse. I mean, what a collapse. From being like 10 games over everybody after April to then just slowly losing it, and then coming to a head in August, having a good September. But not good enough. All right, let's jump into the end of year stats and we can figure out thoughts there. Here at the end of the season, end of September, we always go and look at the minor league stats first before we finish up with our major league team. Let's check on the Portland Sea Dogs hitters and pitchers before we get underway. We're just going to kind of be going over just some seasons and then some guys who are standing out and guys maybe are in our plans. A guy like Nelly Taylor maybe is in our plans. We talked about it, started off with deep potential over the last couple of seasons, has raised his platform to maybe this is the guy for us. Probably a bench guy, and I don't think he's ever going to be starting for us, maybe spot starting for injuries, but walks a lot with his discipline ratings where are. The hitting, obviously, a little lower end, but I think could be serviceably. He's fast at field. He draws walks. I think that's someone that maybe is on our team one day. 9 home runs, 34 RBI, 11 doubles, or should be 11 stolen bases with 19 doubles, 32 walks in 72 games, and had some time in AAA, 832 OPS, and a WAR of just 3.2. Nazan Zanatello usually was a more power-heavy guy, but now just with his contacts being the way they are, more of just an all-around, well-rounded hitter. Again, master of none, jack of all trades, a good fielder, not a great athlete. A 756 OPS, good for about 3 WAR this year. Interesting. Eduardo Tate, definitely a guy that maybe is in our future. Hits lefties, again, a reverse splits guy. Better contact and power against lefties. Better power than contact against righties. The vision's in real nice places and going to be striking out a whole bunch, and is a major league ready fielder right now. Probably going to be asking him to bump up to AAA next year potentially. And at 21 years old, this is a really good skill set and maybe a major league skill set sooner rather than later. 1.6 WAR from him. Chase Bowen, these are his ratings, just a depth utility guy. Dominique Les, this is what he did. In 75 games, did miss some time with an injury. Not much in extra base hits. Of his 64 hits, just 12 went for extra bases, good for a 340 slugging. Not best. Walked a decent amount. 659 OPS. Almost a 10 walk percentage, which is really nice. But this is just kind of the rate. It's not like a great year. Obviously hampered by injuries a little bit. Those plate skills are now kind of his defining factor at the plate. Obviously, the defense is really, really, really good. And next year, with Tate moving up, he'll be the full-time catcher at 65 overalls at age 20. But again, super excited for what Dominic Velez can do. And I think overall, a pretty good year developing for him. Edbert Perez had a really good year. Finally, when you first got him, wasn't really good enough to play in AA. Finally, he was able to last year, but then got hurt like almost immediately, missed the whole year. 12 home runs, 14 doubles, 679 OPS. And again, the WAR, I guess the defense kind of dragged him down. But for the most part, I thought he was okay. Finished off a little bit of cold streak here, hitting 200 in the last 10 games with 1 home run and 1 double. But Edbert Perez, interesting profile, all-around good bat. The contact, especially against lefties, really went up, and the power this year really went up for him. Alan Castro, kind of same boat as Nelly Taylor, but just didn't have the best of years this year. 235 average. We did throw him into action here, and kind of the same thing. Really good, decent vision, good discipline. His contact range probably major league right now. A little bit less of a fielder than Taylor, but Alan Castro kind of in that same boat. John Norman, okay, I like those +7 power against lefties, +3 against righties. He's probably going to be moving over to first base full-time next year. I think that's what we're going to do with him. The ratings are fine. The arm, I don't really think is ever going to be there. And just kind of his stature, 6 foot 220, he's a bigger guy. And especially with the Les already being there, I think his glove is really good. His arm is where there are concerns. Let's move over to first base full time. Let him play power. Obviously, vision, discipline, and clutch are in a good spot the way they are. Does strike out 30% of the time, which is tough. Once he cuts down on that, I think we have a really special bat, and the guy that can definitely handle first base being a primary position, I think. Robert Poisson, not really in our future plans. Bob Hernandez, really good against lefties this year, which is awesome. Kind of becoming a little bit of a lefty killer, which is great. Obviously, one of the better fielders in the entire organization, and really all in the entirety of the major leagues. The bat's still a ways away, and that's really what's holding him from jumping up. He's 24 years old. We think he probably needs another year at AA, playing either shortstop or second base. However, we made the roster, played mostly third, I think, for us this year. But overall, pretty solid. I don't really care about the WAR here. He's not striking out a whole bunch. I would like to see him walk a little bit more. 6 home runs, 14 doubles. Not really, again, the bat's just really not in a great, that's not in a great spot. It's just in a developing spot. The ratings here is what matters. +9 against lefties contact-wise, +6 against lefties power-wise. I love to see that. I think we got some good improvement from Bob Hernandez, who, he's going to be Roberto Hernandez next year. I don't know why I haven't changed his name from Bob to Roberto. Tyler Miller, not really in our plans. He's actually going down. Isaiah Green, same thing in depth, and Luis Ravello. Again, a really good fielder, but he's kind of at his cap and he's just depth for us right now. On the pitcher side of things, again, let us go by 7 WAR for Todd Rudy. Good golly, Miss Molly. In 28 games, all starts, 154 in 2/3 innings pitched, 194 strikeouts, only 20 walks at 2.21 ERA. Nuts. 11 K per 9, 1.16 walk per 9. Dude is insane. Again, we've talked about him probably being a reliever for us in what's going to be now the very near future. He was also added to the 40-man roster. I mentioned this, I think, at the beginning of last episode. For whatever reason, my settings kind of got rejumbled. They added him to the 40 and moved him up to the major leagues, actually. I had to, skirt all that. But anyway, awesome and better when he's playing day games. So maybe he does crack a bullpen spot for us next year in a spot starter type role. We'll see kind of where everyone's at once we get to the offseason. But Todd Rudy, excellent. Blew every expectation out of the water. Tino Saucedo, again, here mostly just for depth, but had a really good season at 3.6 WAR. Ronaldo Torres, kind of in the same mold as Rudy here, but a little bit more well-rounded. Another big strikeout guy, had 10.4 strikeouts per 9 innings, but also a 3.89 walk per 9. Trying to get that a little bit better, but overall, I'd fine for a 19-year-old doing this in Double-A is fine by me. Colin Pennick got 108 innings and really finally shown this is kind of the spot where I would like him to be playing, but he's been playing the last couple of years. 5-pitch mix, only 4 home runs all year, which is awesome. The home run prevention is great, and again, good for 2.4 WAR, but would like the walks again to go down a little bit. Austin Vernon, a reliever, just a reliever. Jacob Webb, reliever. Jack Anderson, these are kind of just where their statistics have gone. Again, we'll probably keep most of these guys around just as depth. There's really no real point of shuffling around these guys. Ivan Velasquez was our closer, 41 saves and 43 attempts. Love to see that. Keyshawn Askew had a really good season as a guy who picked up minor league free agency. Josh Green got a little bit of play here in 7 games, got 27 innings, 0.99 ERA from him in limited time. Again, these guys have been brought back up. Poor DJ Parkman's going to miss another half of the season next year, and hopefully he can do it again. Only 59 durability. That's going to be probably our biggest focal point of him for next year, but still is going to get development because of the game. But really derailing the career of DJ Park. He could be in the major league rotation next year if things had gone better this last year, really. Raul Fernandez got a little bit of run here. Picked up .2 WAR in 4 2/3 innings pitched, didn't allow a run. And Louis Friedberg, again, good development, 19 years old. I'm really liking, again, starting pitching and pitching will always be a strong suit here on this team, just the way we draft and the way how this game works. But Todd Rudy, what a guy. In AAA, again, we are going to sort by WAR and then just kind of talk about the guys that we have in our future. The guy we have in our future is Theo Gillen. Most likely will be on the team next year in some capacity as a utility role. And again, as even keel across the board as you can possibly get. Does have one more option year after this, but did get a cup of coffee with Tampa Bay in 2026 before we traded for him. But had a really good year. 18 home runs, 24 doubles. Definitely a step up from where he was in AAA last year. 95 strikeouts, but did also walk 50 times. Stole 17 bases, 786 OPS. Just awesome. Really showed across the board how good he can be. And again, it'd be very hard to keep him off the major league roster in some capacity next year. And then the year after that, we're really going to try to hand him the keys as Bregman goes. So yeah, Theo Gillen could be really a important member of our team at some point very soon. Mikey Romero, just with the look at plus 13 against lefties, his jump. Got a cup of coffee with us last year. Didn't have get the chance to play with us this year, but another guy who can be potentially knocking on the door. Maybe a guy that we can trade away if he just doesn't have an opportunity with us. I don't want him sitting in Worcester for 30 years. But really, major league fielder right now. Good vision. Obviously, the contact is in a good space, especially against lefties. Now kind of makes him a reverse splits guy. I do like what we saw from him this year, and maybe he's in our plans. Kevin Alcantara reinvented himself this year. +7 against lefties contact-wise. Still a more power bat against righties, but had a really good year. Is slumping the last little bit here. But 17 home runs, 17 doubles, 41 walks, 47 RBI, 751 OPS, and a positive WAR player. Kevin Alcantara also pushing for himself to be in the mix for a bench role next year. Chandler Simpson, we know what he's going to get. I don't think he's going to get much better. It is what it is. AJ Vukovic actually went down in potential, but went up in a lot of different places. Weird season for him. He also fractured his arm towards the end of the season. John Rhodes, just depth. Carlos Narvaez ended up going down as we called up Ashton Fuqua. This is what he was doing in the major leagues. This is what he's doing in AAA. So obviously hitting a decent amount. And again, will be our backup catcher for at least a little bit longer as he have one more year renewal. Maybe once he gets to arbitration, we cut bait. But Narvaez still in our plans. DJ Gladney, really good year with the bat. Defensively, kind of canceled everything out. But only just 33 games in AAA. Had a really good AA stint. So how good these numbers are, they were better in Double A as well, and that's where you see the +6 in both powers. And hey, who knows? Again, these guys can kind of play themselves into maybe where I'm a bench bat, maybe something. Zach Erhard kind of just brought up after the Vukovic injury. Walter Janik was a backup catcher. That was a first-round pick at 2024 that was let go, that we scooped up. Not the great year with the bat, but again, still seeing positives everywhere. I think I'm done with Jalen Palmer. I think I'm just going to release him, let him go. Just hasn't had a single good season. That's what we got for Walker Buehler, I think, in like season 1. Just get him out. This isn't performing, isn't playing. He's just picking up the spots for everybody else, and I'd rather just move on and wipe my hands of a guy who looks like he could be good, and he just never does. Romy Gonzalez, his times here are numbered with his contract being up, but he can help somebody else. Again, we have too many of this archetype, especially after getting Weston Wilson for cheaper and longer. Obviously, Rodolfo Castro has been getting a lot of shortstop minutes. Shout out Romy Gonzalez, Romy my homie, but he's going to be going away. Hogan Windish, again, just depth, and Carlos Cortez, again, just depth. In the pitching side of things, we had some ups, we had some downs. Obviously, you're not going to be seeing much from what's his face, Connolly Early, as he's up with the Major League team, but he's been having a fantastic season. Also, Cooper Criswell having a fantastic season. 88 games this year. He's pitched 132 innings of the bullpen, 170 ERA, and now it's like, all right, is Coop a guy for us? He might be a guy for us potentially as like a low leverage reliever next year. I would love to see what Cooper Criswell has, and probably will be on the team next year. Jairo Solis we picked up, decent season. Christian McGowan, again, more depth, mostly just depth. Not many guys here in AAA with like a set spot for us in the future. McGowan fits that role. Luis Perales did not have a good year. We were thinking maybe bullpen for him this upcoming year, but Connolly Early kind of beat him out. 15 losses this year. Even though losses aren't like the greatest stat, he also didn't really have the greatest of years. So more on him, if anything. We'd love to see him pick that back up, and we'll see. Again, it's only 24 years old. Still have all the faith in the world he could be something for us. Maybe we convert him into a more full-time reliever. Who knows? Brian Mata, same thing. Not as good as the years last year, but definitely really good this year. And a guy that maybe we throw him back on the 40-man roster and decide, hey, we'll give you a shot in the bullpen. Luis Guerrero, same thing. Looks decent. Not much Ks, but did improve the walks. Shane Durhan, just depth. Chris Murphy could be a lefty option for us. 2.06 ERA in 83 innings. Here's what Durhan's improvements look like. Clay Helvey, another guy on the doorstep. Lucas Braun we brought up. He had spent half the year here, half the year in AA, and did really well in both settings. Zach Kelly, just with regression, probably is gone, even though he really didn't play for us at all last year, and sparingly in the 3 years we've had him. Usually the first reliever up in case anyone needed to come up. Sam Bachman, time to make a decision on him. He was okay. Brendan Colucci just up because he's 29 years old. And then David Sandlin came in, and he was really good in AA, and then got hurt his first batter in AAA. So we're excited what we got from David Sandlin. But that's kind of just the guys. I'll move over to the Major League guys, what they did. So for the Major League team, the stats go like this. Rafael Devers, another insane year, playing all 162 games, scoring 105 runs, almost 200 hits, 30 doubles, 46 home runs, like just as far away from the issue as you can possibly get. Only guy that's just been consistently this good, and even played some of the field this year, which maybe actually 300 innings worth of the field. And again, a 4 to 5 WAR guy every year, walking almost 12%, striking out under 20%. Again, Rafael Devers, for as long as I have say, will not be traded at all. There you go. Tristan Casas, in only 99 games, puts up probably his best season since season 1, and even then, 980 OPS, a WAR of 3.6, which only 100 games did better than any seasons he's had. He was absolutely incredible this year. Hopefully that continues to follow him into next year. Jarren Duran, this is probably the end of the road for Jarren Duran. On the last year of his contract, starting to regress a good amount. In the next 2 or 3 off seasons, I have 2 guys really in mind that are going to, especially after missing the playoffs here, we're going to go get, because we're not doing this again. Jarren Duran, we thank you for your service. It's the last time I've probably seen Jarren Duran in a Red Sox uniform. Alex Bregman gets 1 more year, but he's also starting to regress. We knew this was coming, but where his ratings were when this started, we're fine with it. Obviously great against lefties. Righties against lefties, it's whatever. Maybe he moves to more of a platoon next year, getting $16 million a year. Played 155 games, has played basically that many all 4 years he's been in Boston. 31 doubles, 28 home runs, the best power we've seen from him. That it also is reflected in the slugging, which is the same as his first year here, basically. A little bit lower on the average, so really the power was a little bit better. Ended up with a 2-WAR guy. Jordan Walker kind of didn't really have a role. Started as a lefty against in right field, or against lefties in right field. Once Roman Anthony decided to just become Roman Anthony and be as good as he was, ended up being more of a guy that we brought off of the bench. San Rafaela still, again, had a big power spurge at 21 home runs this year, but still a sub 700 OPS, really an OPS that was worse than last year, which is kind of dumb and stupid, but I guess it is what it is. 11 caught stealing, but just with his defense being what it is, provides value that way. Ashton Fuqua, his first cup of coffee was great. 4 home runs, 4 doubles, hit 271. He will be our starting catcher next year with Connor Wong out the door. He amassed 1 WAR, 1 show WAR in his time here with us. I don't know how Roman Anthony hitting 23 home runs, 32 doubles, 70 RBI, 797 OPS, only got a .6 WAR, maybe 7 errors in the field. I don't know, but he was absolutely incredible. He has shown up. Marcelo Meyer still looking for that breakout year, but this is fine for a 25-year-old in his 3rd year. We are expecting a big jump from him. Defense still gave him a positive season, but it is what it is. Juan Yepes, just a bench guy. We'll see if he's back or not. Most likely not. Rodolfo Castro, we have 1 more year of ARB with him. I guess we'll keep him around. Worse, he'll be a bench guy, but had a better year than last year and about the same amount of playing time. Hit better in basically every facet that you can ask for. Christian Campbell had that moment for a second where like, ooh, maybe this is it. Still ended up having the best season of his career so far with us, but still would like to see a little bit more from him. Connor Wong is as gone can be. Definitely didn't put up the season he did last year, and even last year started to fall off the cliff a little bit. But yeah, just not what we're looking for anymore. We appreciate his services, but he'll be gone. The Mookie Betts era finally completely washed out of Boston with his departure. And Weston Wilson, again, he'll be around just because he has control. We still have he's going to ARB years, so we'll see what he wants there. But yeah, Weston Wilson, I guess, is here. And again, another good guy against lefties. The pitching side of things. Let's chickity check it out. I mean, Garrett Crochet, not fair. He's never been an all-star, fun fact, with us at least, which is crazy. And he's put up these 4 seasons of just being an absolute dog. 215 strikeouts, which tops his career high that he did last year. Probably still be in the Cy Young race. He actually had like a better year this year than he did last year, but just the way the team played didn't really matter. Garrett Whitlock, nuts, nasty, good with it. We're going to try to extend him because he is very, very, very good. I would love to have him in the team for at least a few more years, just the weapon that he is. Gavin Stone, up and down year, but did finish off very strong. He's a guy that we're going to have in the rotation for a little bit. Again, he's now hitting arbitration. We'll see what he commands. Brian Bayo, still trying to figure out, and I don't know what the solution is. 15 losses this year, just didn't really have it. A big step back. You thought he had a big step forward last year, and then took that step right back this year. 33 home runs again, which is the most since the first year of this franchise. and the most in his career. Wasn't walking a whole bunch of guys, was striking out guys at a bigger clip, and really only 4 more hits than last year, just the earned runs. So it's the home runs, which the per 9 rate jumped up. It's still high. It's still very high. The FIP is low. I don't know what it was. Maybe just got lucky last year and this year kind of evened out, or is unlucky compared. I don't know what it is. Norihashi in his first year, very impressed by what he did with us. See, this is fine for a first year guy. He's awesome. We'll see if he won Rookie of the Year. We'll check that out in just a minute. Simeons Wood Richardson did great out of the bullpen for us. Maybe he pushes Bayo out of the starting spot. He goes into the rotation. Who knows? Brock Burke, a lefty. He's a free agent. We'll see what he's been nothing but great for us his entire time here. Basically a 3 ERA. This was his worst year. It's still a really, really, really good year. Brock Burke has been excellent. Justin Slayton had a back-to-back excellent seasons after that tough first year as a closer, but he has been lights out for us the last 2 years. Felix Bautista, we did extend for another year, so he will be our closer again next year, with Michael Kopech here for another year as well. Maybe as the closer after that, 31 years old. Those two were fantastic for us. Will Vest also really good for us. We'll see if we bring him back. He was the kind of guy that I wasn't even expecting to have, and then we ended up just getting. So very interesting from him. Conley Early didn't play since being brought back up. Only those 10 starts we had from earlier, but show that he can hang in the major league level. Very excited for this development from him. Drew Thorpe had a really good time with us. Started to kind of get not as great this last game against Chicago, and this game against Tampa Bay was just okay. But we really like the ratings. It's been going up. We've been striking a lot of guys when we play with him. Obviously, his per 9 at like 97 is nuts. So Drew Thorpe, he's also in arbitration year. I'm excited to see him develop for at least 2 more years. Johnny Turner, checking my notes. We get Turner back in May, and maybe just begin the season. I didn't write him down. But he'll probably, I don't know. That's the end of May. We'll probably have him on the shelf till May next year. But love to see maybe him get a little bit better. We shall see. And AJ Puck this year was good, serviceable, awesome. We'll see if we decide to bring him back. But one of the better lefties we've had over the last 2 years, and I really would like to hate losing a lefty with like these numbers. These are just really good numbers to have. Checking on league leaders before we head over to the awards, as we'll wrap up there. Nate Lowe, Vlad Guerrero, and Yordan Alvarez, the only 3 guys to have a higher batting clip than Rafael Devers at 304, and we had 7 guys hit 300 or more, including most of these guys MVP candidates. Devers second in hits. Third in doubles was Duran with 41, just behind Langford and Julio Rodriguez. Triples, our first guy here is lower on the board, so Duran was tied for 16th on the board. Home runs, Devers did lead the American League in home runs with 46. Love to see that. RBI, he was in for, just again, one of the best bats in all of the game. Duran, 5th in stolen bases with Jose Caballero leading the American League there. Walks, Yordan Alvarez drew 92 of them. Our biggest walk leader was Rafael Devers at 83. On base percentage, Devers 6th, 384. Slugging, Devers 4th, and OPS, one of 5 guys to have an OPS greater of 900. He was at almost 9.6. So, you know, a shorter margin between him and 1 than him and the guy below him. So really, again, an outstanding season. Pitching, Tony Gonsolin, shout out Tony Gonsolin, former friend, had the best season probably of his career other than this year in 2022. But Tony Gonsolin, low-key, like nasty his whole career. He's been great. Save 62 from Yenier Cano. That's awesome. And we had Felix Bautista at 11th with 38. ERA, our lowest ERA will go to Garrett Crochet at 22, 22nd in the league. Only one pitcher threw a shutout, and Bryce Miller threw 2 of them. Yeah, he's filthy. We did lead the league in strikeouts with Garrett Crochet at 215. Max Fried had 202 innings pitched with Skubal and Miller both finishing at 200 on the dot. Sandy Alcantara, what kind of year did he have? A year that would have helped. I'm still baffled he took that contract over the one that we offered him. And that really, honestly, tanked our season. Gavin Stone, 5th in walks given up. Pitching war went to Garrett Crochet, and hitting war, again, we saw Devers with like 4.3, with William Contreras and Yordan Alvarez leading in the American League. National League, James Wood, your batting title leader with 99 contact against both sides, or 97, 99. He's great. He's awesome. He's pretty good. Trey Turner, 200 hits, 11 at-bats, 51 doubles for Ellie De La Cruz. Has one more year before he is a free agent. Also led the league in triples, and not leading the league in home runs. Shohei Ohtani did that. Again, just continues to be a motherfucking animal, dude. He's so good. Again, Shohei Ohtani, pitching stats, 33 games, 3.29 ERA, 188 strikeouts, and 167 innings. And then hit in all 162 games, almost 200 hits, 50 doubles, 50 home runs, 16 stolen bases, hit 296, 367, 624 with a 991 OPS. Oh my God, this guy is nutty, dude. Nutty. Led an RBI as well, so all it was the, by a considerable margin as well. Spencer Steer scored 124 different times. Victor Robles stole 52 bases with Bryce Terang, Bryson Stott, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Corbin Carroll all eclipsing 40. Walks went to Ronnie Acuna, who is a free agent this year. I forgot about that. Ooh, do we go after Ronald Acuna Jr.? Who knows? That'd be very good. That'd be very nice. On-base percentage was Acuna as well. He finished 4th in slugging, while Shohei outslugged everybody. And 991 OPS, outstanding. 18 wins for Shota Imanaga, with Rhett Lauder right behind him. Losses, Michael King and Cutter Crawford had like 2 back-to-back exceptional seasons after doing this with us. Then he just went into this. Would have loved those. But he gave up, and that's what it is. Evan Phillips led the league in saves for the Marlins in his first year of his 2-year contract after having an incredible year with us. Backs that up with a as impressive season in Miami. Helsley behind him, Jose Alvarado, Ryan Fernandez, or Ryan Kirkering with 46 saves each. Shota ERA title, Christian Javier only gave up 12 home runs. Aaron Nola, Hunter Green, Shane McClanahan, Hirosaki, and Braxton Garrett all complete game shutouts. Spencer Strider, the only pitcher with over 200 strikeouts, and just eclipsed Garrett Crochet with 216 of those things. Innings pitched went to Shota at 205, with Nola, Gilbert, and Sasaki at 200 or over. Webb and Bieber came 1 out shy of that mark as well. Braxton Garrett and Bailey Falter only walked 34 batters. Imanaga and McClanahan a whip under 1. Pitching war, Roki Sasaki, Paul Skeens behind him there. And Jackson Chourio, 7.2 war. But also you have to think about this. Shohei Ohtani. His war is the calculated total. It's pitcher or batter. So 3.7 as a pitcher. 6.7 as a hitter. So doing math, that's like a 10.4. Yeah, that's your MVP. MVP goes as follows for the American League. We'll do the American League first. Alvarez. Devers came in second after winning last year, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. Behind them. Cy Young went to Pablo Lopez, with Tarek Skubal and Kyle Bradish bringing up the rear there. Nate Lowe is your batting champion. Yennier Cano, really no contest with the reliever of the year. Rookie of the year goes to Patrick Altman. Shout out Patrick Altman, with Gene Gregg behind him and Dayron Lorenzo. So Altman played all 161 games, finished with a 689 OPS and a WAR of negative 1.4. Gene Gregg played most of the season with a 660 OPS and a negative 1 WAR. And Thairo Lorenzo played 90 games with a 621 OPS and a 1.7 WAR, being a good defensive catcher, and no Norihiyashi. Interesting. Hank Aaron Award goes to Vlad Jr. Hey, Kevin Stone, Gold Glove pitcher. Wouldn't you know it? Okay. See, hang our hat on that. Austin Wells, the catcher. Freddie Fermin and William Contreras behind him. Vinny Pasquantino, the best fielding first baseman. Brendan Donovan, former friend, Gold Glove at second base. Jordan Westbrook, a guy at third base. And a glove for Anthony Volpe at short. In the outfield, Riley Green, a guy that we might be looking at coming into free agency, as he is a free agent coming off a down year, but still OPS over 740, and maybe a guy that, not great power against righties here, but maybe a guy that we can throw some money at because he's not going to be too expensive. Who knows? It's definitely a guy that I've had circled, and we'll see when we get into free agency who we actually go after. Langford and Fraley behind him. Kyle Isbell, the Gold Glove in center field, with Cedar Rafaela right behind him, and Josh Lowe, your right fielder, Will Brennan in the running as well. Devers does get the DH Silver Slugger with Logan O'Hoppe at catcher, Vladimir Guerrero at first base, Jazz Chisholm at second. Bregman gets a Silver Slugger at third, so we got 3 trophies so far this offseason. Seager, Alvarez, Tucker, and Rooker breed out Langford and Louis Bob. In the National League, it's Shohei. That's it. All we have to think about is Shohei. That's okay. Cy Young is Shode Managa. Also works fine for me. Batting title, James Wood. Evan Phillips, your reliever of the year. Ryan Ward, your rookie of the year. Getting the Dodgers a pick they definitely need. Very interesting. I think he was a Rule 5 pick as well. Gary Turner Ruiz, one of the a guy that we had interest in the draft a couple of years ago. He ends up having a pretty solid first season in San Diego. And Nick York ends up being your rookie of the year candidate for the Pirates in just 65 games as well. Former friend Nick York. Shohei is your Hank Aaron Award. Gold Gloves go like this: Framber Valdez, Patrick Bailey, Michael Bush, Matt McClain, Matt Chapman, Francisco Lindor, Jackson Churio, Jacob Young, and Victor Robles. Your Silver Sluggers are Shohei, Will Smith, Anthony Santander, Matt McClain, Connor Norby, Ellie De La Cruz, Ronald Acuna Jr., Kyle Schwarber, and Fernando Tatis Jr. Going over the offseason next episode. Disappointing we finished the way we finished, but it is what it is at the end of the day. So we will see you next time for some more Boston Red Sox franchise here on MLB The Show 25. See you then. Let's build a contender again.